Hi, and welcome to the reading of the Times Reporter newspaper for Friday, July 17th. My name is Pam, and there are no area deaths listed in today's online edition, so let's begin today's reading with the first article. October trial scheduled in an alleged child rape by Nancy Molnar, New Philadelphia. A 41-year-old city man is scheduled to be tried October 20th on 2 charges of rape involving a child victim. Joshua D. Patterson has pleaded not guilty to allegedly engaging in sexual conduct with a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old, and not guilty to a charge of gross sexual imposition on a child younger than 13. Patterson is being held on a $150,000 bond in the Tuscarawas County Jail, now listed as his address in Common Pleas court records. He lived on Buckeye Street Northeast when the charges were initially filed against him in New Philadelphia Municipal Court on April 30th. The offenses allegedly occurred between April 21st, 2019 and April 21st, 2020. A New Philadelphia police investigated, indicating the alleged offenses occurred in the city. The case is assigned to Common Pleas Judge Elizabeth Lehigh Tamakis. She is scheduled to hold a final pretrial conference or accept a change of plea at a hearing scheduled for October 19th. Our next article, Plans in Works for John Glenn Mural at Harry Cleaver Field by John Baker, New Philadelphia. Mayor Joel Day says a proposed mural of the late John Glenn would bring much needed attention to Harry Cleaver Field, the city's municipal airport. Councilman John Zukal, a member of the city's airport commission, announced the project at Monday's council meeting. The project is made possible through charitable donations from Aqua Blue Inc. and the Regina Whittingham Trust. Zukal said he and Day had both seen a rendering of the mural by artist Sarah Duggar. The rendering will depict Glenn as a young pilot while also recognizing him as an aviator, senator, astronaut, and hero. Duggar has also chosen to include the phrase, "It all started here at Harry Cleaver Field, 1941. When I saw it today, I was extremely excited," Zukal told council members. The mural would be similar to one of Moravian missionary David Zeisberger, which is on the side of a building on North Broadway in downtown New Philadelphia. Duggar also crafted the Zeisberger mural. Zukal said the Glenn mural would not be painted on a building, but would instead use a billboard-type motif and will be available for public viewing at the airport. "It's a beautiful mural," added the mayor. "It'll be lighted, too. It will be an attraction, and it will bring some much-needed attention to our airport." Glenn learned to fly at Harry Cleaver Field. During World War II, the airport had a civilian pilot training program under the sponsorship of Muskingum University to meet the growing need for pilots. In the spring of 1941, Glenn, a 19-year-old Muskingum student, enrolled in the training course and took flying lessons from Harry Cleaver, for whom the airport is named. Glenn went on to become a Marine Corps pilot in World War II and Korea, and later became the first American to orbit the Earth. He also served as a U.S. Senator from Ohio. Zukal said the mural has the full support of City Council. Well, let's move on to our next article. A 7-year-old passenger dies following an Amish cart crash by Emily Morgan. In Akron, the youngest child involved in Wednesday's Amish cart crash has died. 7-year-old Eli Troyer Jr. of Shreve died just before 4 a.m. Thursday in Akron Children's Hospital, according to the Summit County Medical Examiner's Office. The child was one of 4 kids traveling in a cart being pulled by a pony on Wednesday. The children were thrown from the cart when it collided with a pickup as the cart pulled from a private lane onto the westbound lane of County Road 329. Eli Troyer died from his injuries, the medical examiner's office said. However, the cause of death was not yet available. 3 other children, Norma Troyer and Norman Troyer, both 8, and Nathaniel Troyer 10, all of Shreve, remained in serious condition Thursday morning in Akron Children's, according to the Holmes County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff's deputies said Norma Troyer was operating the cart when the collision happened Wednesday morning near Township Road 524, west of Holmes. How very sad. This next article. Wayne Holmes senior ball players get another chance in a farewell game, by Aaron Dorkson, Worcester Daily Record. We just don't recognize life's most significant moments while they're happening. Back then I thought, well, there'll be other days. I didn't realize that that was the only day. Dr. Archibald Moonlight Graham from Field of Dreams. When high school baseball juniors competed in their final varsity game in 2019, they naturally looked ahead with excitement and optimism to their senior season. Unfortunately, the coronavirus pandemic forced the Ohio High School Athletic Association to cancel the entire 2020 spring sports season before a single regular season game could be played. Fictional character Moonlight Graham received his wish to get one at bat against a big league pitcher in the 1989 classic movie Field of Dreams, and local ball players will get their one and only chance, outside of the occasional scrimmages teams have played this spring and summer, to represent their schools as seniors on Tuesday. Triway High School's Blaine Carmichael Field will become a field of dreams of sorts when the class of 2020 players take the field. The Wayne Holmes Baseball Coaches Association farewell game will be a doubleheader with 7 innings games at 4:30 and 6:30 p.m. The rain date is Wednesday. For the kids, it's a really special opportunity to play one last time with their teammates and the other kids from around the area, said 17th-year Orville coach Scott Marshall, who will help lead the red team, which will include his son Lane. No matter where the kids are from in this area, I think they are all wired pretty similar. Some of them have gone on and played travel ball, others haven't picked up baseball since March or April. I've heard some of the ones who stopped playing have started playing catch again to get their arms in shape when they heard we were going to have this game. That tells you it means something to them, and they want to make the most of this chance. For some of these kids, baseball is their sport, and they worked all year long for a season that was taken away. It's unfortunate, and I feel bad for all the kids, especially the seniors. Recently hired Triway coach Justin McDowell, who led Waynesdale to a 101-44 record over the past 6 seasons, took the lead to organize the WHBCA and the farewell game with the help of a small committee. I feel bad for every senior athlete, and personally, we had 8 seniors at Waynesdale, McDowell said. It was really hard because we thought we would have had a pretty special It was really hard because we thought we would have been pretty special this year. This doesn't offer any condolences and isn't anywhere near as good as having a season, but it's better than nothing. In a twist of fate, baseball will come full circle with the only high school affiliated game of 2020 played at Triway. The last game the Titans played was on May 15, 2019, when they lost 13-3 in a sectional final matchup at Waynesdale. Beloved Triway coach Sean Carmichael passed away unexpectedly less than 3 months later at the age of 52 on August 11th. Family members will be on hand to honor the Wayne County Sports Hall of Famer before the farewell game and be involved with the first pitch ceremony. I've thought about that often, how Sean's last game was against us at Waynesdale, McDowell said. I never would have thought I'd be here now coaching. Brent Campbell, father of Triway senior Caden Campbell, said it's kind of fitting that it ends here, that we can also honor Coach Carmichael while playing this game. We didn't have a season, and it kind of seems hard to have baseball without him, and even more this year. So it's bittersweet, there's no doubt about that. I'm just happy that the school board and Superintendent Nate Schindewolf allowed us to play the game here because it's going to be memorable for a lot of people. Head coaches for the blue team will be McDowell and Worcester's Steve Young. Assistants will be Lucas Dougherty, Brandon Giles, Joey Gilmore, and George Crone from Waynesdale. along with Worcester's Rick Grayshock. Playing for the blue team at 4:30 will be Waynesdale Matt Weaver, center, James Raber, first base, DH, Riley Hostetler, utility, Kenny Yoder, third base, dash pitcher, Tyler Yurkonas, outfielder, pitcher, Zach Miller, infield, and Wyatt McRoby, first base, center, and outfielder. West Holmes, Grant Miller, outfielder, pitcher, and Worcester, Henry Nebeski, first base, and Jake Curran, pitcher and outfielder. Suiting up for the blue team at 6:30 p.m. will be Chippewa's Grayson Cazzoli, infield, Highlands Kobe Shetler, pitcher outfielder, Casey Kallman, center first base, Shane Hirschberger, center outfield, Brett Miller, second base outfield, Kevin Borntrager, infield and outfield. Northwestern's Travis Cochran, center field, center, and pitcher, and Austin Beagle, center, infield, pitcher. Triway's Travis Burkholder, center field, pitcher. Caden Campbell, first base, utility. And Thomas Gress, center, left field. And Worcester's Trevor Leahy, pitcher and outfield. The red team will be coached by Orville's Scott Marshall and Smith's Barry Smith. Assistants will be Orville's Mark Bessicon and Smithville's Mike Smith. Playing for the red team at 4:30 will be Chippewa's A.J. Shannon, third base, pitcher, and Ty Mingle, outfield. Dalton's Chance Green, first base, pitcher, third base. Loudonville's Derek Fisher, center field, pitcher, second base. Northwestern's Cal Ramey, left field, infield. Orville's Parker Duxbury, pitcher, third base, and Daniel Ridgers, infield. Rittman's Dylan Walsh, pitcher, infield, and Keyshawn Clark, outfield. And Smithville's Blake Reichard, first base, third base, right field. Taking the field for the red team at 6:30 p.m. will be Hillsdale Evan Rotman, infield pitcher, Karsten Betson, center and infield, Brock Hoverstock, outfield, Clay Schoen, first base, and Brian Funk, third base, pitcher. Orville's Lane Marshall, first base and pitcher, Parker Duxbury, pitcher, Phil Stauffer, center, outfield, and Caden Domer, pitcher, outfield. Smithville's Tristan Raber, outfield, and West Holmes' Caleb Martin, infield, and Michael Miller, outfield. All senior baseball players in the daily record coverage area were invited to play. Thanks to the generosity of the sponsors, the game will be free of charge. Players will receive jerseys, and there will be MVP trophies for both teams in both games. Donations will be accepted to go towards the Wayne Holmes Baseball Coaches Association and to help with future All-Star games. Fans are asked to follow social distancing guidelines and bring chairs to space out around the field. The Wayne Holmes farewell softball game will be held at Triway's Roger Wells Field at 6 p.m. on July 21st. The rain date is July 22nd. And I hope I announced all those positions correctly because they were abbreviated, so my apologies for any errors. This next article is Ritter Dillon among the winners at the FNB Junior Golf Tour Stop regular season finale. Connor Ritter and Ashley Dillon were the winners of the boys and girls 16 to 18-year-old divisions as the First National Bank Junior Golf Tour ended its regular season at River Greens Golf Course in West Lafayette on Thursday. The Tournament of Champions will be held at Union Country Club in Dover on Monday, July 27th. To compete in the Tournament of Champions, junior golfers must place in the top 6 of the point standings at the end of the tour. Points are awarded to the top 7 in each division at every event. Ritter, a Sandy Valley standout, won the boys' 16 to 18 title with a 73. He was coming off a win in the Northern Ohio Junior PGA Tour Series. Carter Mishler and Drew Johnson each carded 74s, but Mishler won in a one-hole playoff to take second place. Cole Tagano was fourth with a 75, while Carter Begue, Zedner Gibson, and Bo Oregio and AJ Wilkin each tied for fifths with 77s. Dillon won the girls 16 to 18 division with a 79. The recent Tusky Valley graduate was coming off of a win in the Canton First Tee tournament. Up next, prayer vigil held for Newcomerstown kids. The community came together on Tuesday for an evening of prayer and support for the friends and family of two young Newcomerstown residents who recently passed away. Kensley Brandon, 14, died as the result of injuries received in a go-kart crash on Saturday, while Bobby G. Donathan, 12, died July 9th. Kensley is the daughter of Corey and Amy Brandon. Bobby is the son of Doyle and Lori Donathan. A community prayer service was organized and held Tuesday at Cy Young Park, with prayers offered by a number of local pastors and music presented by Dan and Kristen Bias of Newcomerstown. In a post about the event, one of the organizers wrote, "There are no words to describe the love and support shown by friends, classmates, and our entire community this evening to the Donathan and Brandon families. What a special community we live in that is always willing to help in a time of need. May both families know that they are not alone. There is an entire community putting their arms around each of your families during these very difficult times. Please say a prayer for both the Donathan and Brandon families as they navigate through the coming days." In addition to that service, the Newcomerstown Exempted Village School District also offered its support by inviting area residents to join together for a walk at Lee Stadium. District officials lit up the stadium at 9:07 p.m. for 26 minutes, signifying the combined ages of Kensley and Bobby, who were entering 9th and 7th grade respectively. School officials said, "We ask that you keep both families in your thoughts and prayers. Please also say a prayer for the many students in our district that have been impacted by these tragic events." Peggy and Steve Snyder were among those who attended the prayer vigil. Peggy noted, "Tonight, Steve and I attended the prayer vigil held at Cy Young Park. 2 children have died this past week, both tragically. Preachers, people, and prayer all came together with one focus, that was to unite each and every person together and bring God forward. God isn't to blame for bad things that happen, but when we lean on His understanding, He can give wisdom, strength, guidance, power to hold strong through any storm." Our local pastors led in scripture, Dan and Kristen Bias led in song, leaders each one. Every ear was tuned in, leaning forward, and each of us experienced God working to heal this pain, heal these unanswered questions of why, and heal this tragic void. We are to tune into helping others, be there for our teens, and keep those prayers coming. There may have been a safe distance, but we are holding spiritual hands tightly for each family and friend. Kristen Bias posted a picture from the prayer vigil and wrote, "What you can't see in this picture, people hurting. What you can't see in this picture, hearts broken. What you can't see in this picture, people spaced out all the way to the parking lot and back into the pavilions. What you can't see in this picture, people parked all the way over to Subway and cars lining the street. What you can't see in this picture, hundreds and hundreds of people surrounding the ball field. What you can't hear from this picture, people singing and crying out to Jesus. What you will see as a result of what was happening in this picture, Jesus changing lives, a community forever changed, seeds planted, hearts mended, broken pieces being put back together. A community full of caring individuals, a community united, a community that's stronger together, people who care." Anyone needing mental health assistance may call the crisis hotline at 330-343-1811 at any time. The National Crisis Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Text the word HOME to 741-741 to reach a crisis professional. Up next, what's your biz? Family Ties Shrimp Farm. We took time to catch up with a local family of 3 siblings that have started a new business venture, Family Ties Shrimp Farm. Please tell us a little about yourself, your family, and how Family Ties Shrimp Farm evolved. Our father, Jim McDonald of McDonald Excavating in Newcomerstown, has always been extremely innovative. About 15 years ago, he came up with the idea to raise freshwater shrimp for our family and close friends. Getting fresh seafood where we're located is very difficult, and we have always appreciated where our food comes from. Harvest Day became an event to look forward to as everyone brought a covered dish and pitched in to help in any way possible. This might mean picking the leftover shrimp out of the mud or cleaning and putting them on ice. As time went by and my siblings and I got older, he stopped raising shrimp. The funny thing about time is, it always seems to bring us back to where we started. After serving 4 years in the Army as a Cav Scout, my brother Connor now resides on the family farm. My sister Cassie has planted her roots with her husband and children in nearby Kimbolton, and I have a small farm just outside of Janaidnahutton. The 3 of us decided to make another go-round of shrimp farming with the addition of making our product available to the public so you can enjoy it right along with us. What is involved in the process of offering freshwater shrimp? Luckily for us, our dad had completed all of the base work. He dug a separate pond that tappers from 4 to 6 feet and added the proper drainage with standpipe. In addition, he provided a siphon from an existing pond so that we are able to filter the water as we fill the shrimp pond. This keeps the pond free of any existing predators. The proper time for raising shrimp in Ohio is approximately 3 months. We like to joke by saying, we just throw them in and pray for good weather for the next 3 months. There is truth in this because one cold snap and we can lose everything. But wait, there is even more. The prawn are nocturnal. Therefore, they need to be fed each night so that they don't start to feed on each other. Other variables include temperature, pH levels, and oxygen content. These must all be monitored frequently. Once the growing period is up, we drain the entire pond with the anticipation of a full harvest. Well, how do we go about purchasing your freshwater shrimp? Because this is our first year as siblings selling to the public, we have teamed up with EDS Ranch to help us sell our stock. Pre-sale is available right now on their current website, which is www.edsranchllc.com. Our current target is to harvest on September 19th, as long as the weather remains cooperative. Visit our Facebook page, Family Ties Shrimp Farm, for updates on our progress. With our first year selling to the public, we will have limited quantities and pre-order is first come, first serve. There will be a refrigerated truck parked at Newcomerstown Cy Young Memorial Park for pickup between 3 to 7 p.m. or until we're sold out. We do recommend you bring a cooler with ice to keep your shrimp as fresh as possible during your travels home. The cost is $17 per pound. If you haven't already done so, please visit Family Ties Shrimp Farm Facebook page. We offer a lot of good information and will answer any questions you may have. The 3 of us are very excited about this new and exciting endeavor. What would you like to highlight for us? Connor, Cassie, and I would first like to thank our dad for providing us with such a unique opportunity and allowing us to continue on with something he started so long ago. To our family and friends and anyone attending a harvest in the past, thank you for being a part of such great memories. And to our future customers, know we intend to provide you with the freshest product possible, and thank you in advance for your support. Signed, Christy Wilkin. Family Ties. Owners, Kirsten Young, Connor McDonald, and Cassie Lafferty. Facebook, Family Ties Shrimp Book Farm. Services. The family raises local farms to table freshwater prawn that will now be available for purchase. Up next, ArtSnc, ARTSNCT, presents a new collection. I don't know what it's called. ARTSNCT at 304 South College Street, Newcomerstown, reopened July 11th to present its new titled Kevin Bachtel in Art and Spirit. which features never-before-seen artwork created by Kevin Bachtel. Bachtel earned a Bachelor of Fine Arts degree at the Columbus College of Arts and Design. His painting, Tornado, was awarded the county's favorite People Choice Award at the Salt Fork Arts and Crafts Festival in 1998. During the week, he painted, hiked, and was a dynamic dad to his son Benjamin. In 2014, he won first place with his painting Celestial Being at Newcomers Town Bicentennial Celebration. Many ideas for Bachtel's paintings were inspired by nature as he backpacked across the country. The exhibit will be on display through August 31st. This next article, Women in Business Expo to be held virtually. The 8th Annual Women in Business Expo will be held virtually from October 5th to the 26th on the Women in Business Facebook page. The theme for this year will be 2020 Vision, putting your business in focus. The expo will be held in the form of a webinar. Topics will be covered to include human resources, company culture, customer care, and individual focus. Exhibitors will receive a feature publication on the WIB Facebook page and Instagram account. They will also receive an interactive logo ad on the WIB registration page via ohiobilling.com. The exhibitor fee is $50. 58 virtual exhibitor spaces are available, with the first phase of registration open strictly to 2019 exhibitors. If spaces remain open by August 1st, the second phase of registration will be open to all past WIB exhibitors. Commemorative t-shirts will be available through September 18th. Those interested in purchasing a shirt should visit robertsshopping.com and enter the code WIB 2020. Proceeds will benefit the Rainbow Connections Seeds of Hope. Well, my friends, this concludes the reading of the Times Reporter for Friday, July 17th. This is PM saying stay safe, be blessed, and you know how to make it a great day.